Should we chat NBA?
Come then.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the month of March, and there are a lot of season awards that are going to be coming out. We're wrapping up the normal season and getting into playoffs, and there's probably a few discussions that we need to have, arguments potentially, about who is going to win which season award. So let's kick it off with the one that we care the most about, MVP. We're going to go this way round, okay, and we're going to ask who you think MVP is going to be.
I would like, so I would like it to be Luka, but I actually think Giannis is going to get it, and I'm not mad at that either.
Why do you want it to be Luka?
Because I think Luka's, even though where he's sitting right now with his team, with the Mavericks, it's like quite low, but I think he's actually like single-handedly like carried his team. You know what I'm saying? Like no one, like he's averaging like 30x like amount of points a game. Like it's, when you look at, like, if he doesn't score that much, they don't win. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like he's literally done it by himself. So I would like it to be him. Do I think? I'm not too sure. So I would like it to be Giannis also. Because, you know, that's just...
Do you think with, like, now that Kyrie's joined the team as well, like, because I feel like they're trying to figure out their dynamic at the moment. Because both of them are just, they're shot clocks. They're hot shot shooters. And I guess, like, maybe what we could see next year is that he could potentially be MVP because he'll have someone else that he could bounce off. He's got someone
to, So it could go either or. Like they could either work really well together or it could go left. But hopefully they work well together where it's like they're both moving successfully.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. How about you?
I'm a stick with my post player, so I'm gonna go Embiid. He's averaging more than 33 points a game, so many rebounds, you know, working in the paint. So I'm not going to get too much into it, but got to stick with my post player. And
they just recently beat the Bucks as well.
There we go.
They stopped their 16-game win streak as well. So another big one.
If that don't scream MVP, then what does?
I mean,
stopping
everything.
I mean, everyone else may scream it a little bit louder. But yeah, how about you? Who are you thinking?
I think MVP is quite obvious this season just because Jokic has been
I wanted to nod and I was like, wait.
Jokic has been front runner for most part of the season, and if he finishes the season strong, because he's had a strong start of the season, and if he ends strong, he has a good overall season for him to win. I mean, he's averaging a triple-double, and the last players that have done that, and the only players that have done that, is Russell Westbrook and Oscar Robertson. So it's an achievement that not everyone does in the NBA. And then again, he's only had one game where he has shot less than 50% from the field. So just think about that in a shooting term. So like...
he is doing bits.
It's true, but the eye test as well. And plus, I know it's a regular season award, but I've got something against when you give it to these people that don't perform in the off season. And I know it's a regular season award and we can't look at that. However, Giannis for me has my vote 100%. for MVP. I can't see how we can give Jokic the third MVP in a row to be back to back.
Yeah, back to back. Yeah. And the last players that have done that was Larry Bird and Wilt Chamberlain. And Bill Russell, so...
Statisticians, guys.
We're talking decades ago.
but
fair enough.
I think the other thing...
the greatness of Jokic, because if he does it, if he's the first player to do it since Larry Bird, it shows no one's done it since.
But I do think, like, again, it goes to the things that you're looking at, and I do think that another reason that we shouldn't forget about Giannis, or I'm a big Giannis fan, we all know that. I'm Nigerian, so it's in my blood. And he looks exactly like my cousin, fun fact, but anyway. Maybe we'll post a picture. We'll post a poster. It could be, yeah.
Maybe family tree.
You never know, man. The Yoruba blood runs wild. But yes, but I think that when it comes to Giannis, one of the things that people have forgotten about this season is that 16 straight game win, and without Middleton. Yeah. Right. So actually, when we're talking about players that are doing it on his own, he's a player that's doing it on his own. Fair enough, he's got his brother, but these are like young players. Do you know what I mean? So really, in terms of leading the game, that's him. Let's think about where he's come from. Someone that couldn't shoot threes. People were counting down when he was shooting free throws, and now he's making it consistently. Like he's had a good run.
proven himself.
Yeah. He's worked on himself. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's really brought it around. Like, I see the argument for Jokic. I definitely do. But I just feel like we have to give it where...
I think it's like a 1A, 1B situation.
Yeah.
But Jokic is effortless. Like, he's been putting up these numbers without even trying. Like,
He has.
He's like, I don't think he actually wants to win MVP, and that's the crazy thing about it. He plays like, there's certain players that play like they're after the MVP, but Jokic is like putting up these numbers
Just because.
and you're watching it and he's just doing it effortlessly. Like, it's just natural.
No, that's how you're meant to play.
Yeah. And maybe that's also how you're supposed to judge it.
Yeah.
So no, very good point.
It's a
Very good
regular
point.
season award, however. I feel like Giannis is going to perform in
Whoa,
the
go on,
off-season
Seth.
as the MVP, a true MVP.
Fair. Okay, let's kick it off with the next one, ROI. Do you want to give us the stats?
Yeah, so Banchero is the favourite to win it. He's averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's only had one game where he's not scored in double digits. So as a rookie, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. How would you compare him to rookies of previous seasons?
I think previous season rookies, they've been in like good systems, whereas like the Orlando Magic, they are a newer system around their young team. So with like Cole Anthony and Bol showing up again, like he's not a meme. He's not just a meme. He's done well this season, considering the system he's in as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's one of the things that I've had for him as well, that it's been like, like to be doing it in the team that you're doing it in, like with everything else that everyone else has got, you got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, I want to
definitely.
give a massive shout out to Jeremy Sohan.
I was about to say
Spurs.
that, yeah.
Not in the Rookie of the Year discussions, but definitely a star player for the Spurs for this season and showing really great improvement in his position.
Yeah, definitely. In a team that need it as well at this time.
It's good to see someone British doing that out there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely putting us on the map.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is not normal. So it's like, as a rookie, like, he's amazing.
Next one, we have got MIP, Most Improved Player. Who are we going for?
I'm going for Lowry Markkinen.
Yeah.
He was a throwaway piece in the Donovan Mitchell trade, and no one expected him to be doing anything at Utah. So to see him go from just a throwaway piece in a trade to become an all-star starter, that alone is improvement.
Yeah.
So I think that
No.
was
Utah weren't even really trying to do anything.
Yeah, no.
They were
Yeah.
really trying to go
rebuild.
for Victor. And then here they go.
No, it's true, and he just came out and showed himself. It's very true. I also think that we should shout out SGA as well. Like, he's still expected to improve. OKC are competing for a play-in spot, so there's chances there, and he's averaging like 31. So I guess second contender, but probably not going to win.
Yeah.
Fair to say?
Fair to say.
6 MAY.
You have to give it to the Boston Celtics guy, Malcolm Brogdon.
Come on.
The 6-man award almost always goes to an NBA player that is scoring, the lead scorer from the bench, and Malcolm Brogdon is leading that in the NBA at the minute. And yeah, I think that one's pretty obvious as well.
I'm going to say Emmanuel quickly for the New York Knicks. They're doing really well at the moment, and that wasn't really expected from them. So just an honorary mention for quickly.
Yeah.
But I think we're comfortable with Celtics.
Yeah.
And you must be extra comfortable with that award as well. Love that. DPOY.
Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he's the front runner of that as well.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like there's a competition.
No, I think he's just already favourites to win it, and he probably is going to win it.
Yeah.
And then again, he did make the All-Star game solely because of his defence, and I think that's like important to highlight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And doesn't happen often.
No.
Yeah. No, fair enough. I think that's it. It feels as though there isn't as much competition for anything other than MVP this year, but we shall see how it plays. Let us know if you agree with us in the comments, and obviously tag us as well. Let us know your thoughts.